in center, yellow shirt. Yes.
Are you gay for Victor Mickey Bra?
Well, I kind of have to be.
You don't like old men.
At least for me. Like, I can't speak for the creator or anything, but I'm pretty sure.
He's balding.
I mean,
Gross.
No, it's very thick and shiny. That was a line of dialogue about his hair in the show. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Are you Jerry?
Oh, and what? I'm not sure what that means. I kind of think I know what that means, but I'm not positive.
When you saw your character stand up.
When I saw him stand up.
In the hot springs.
Yes.
Did you feel something? When he stood up,
did I feel something?
Did he?
Oh, I see what you're saying. This is an erection question.
Yes.
Okay, I've got it now. I think I got it. I'm gonna say no, but in all fairness, I never saw him turn around. Fair.
But that is part when in another episode when both Yuris are in the spring.
They saw it. They saw everything. I didn't get to see
Leave me out of this, huh?
You two are disgusting.
Someone save us. Next question.
Here, let's see. Far back with the green hair and the horns. Oh, hi! Good to see you again.
Earlier you mentioned grade if all three of you, like all three of your characters, were in free. What was their stroke?
Thank you for qualifying that with swimming.
I think the funny part is, ironically, we are all in free.
We are!
Same team, right?
We are!
Yeah, we are on the same team.
Sanezuka.
Yeah.
Who are you in free?
Momotaro? Makoshiba?
Woo!
That's who I am.
Like me, Yuri.
The otter!
I'm the duck. Oh, I'm the duck.
I think I'm the only guy in free who doesn't swim. I'm Minami, and like you never see him swim, but he calls you a jackass, so that's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Okay. I think we'd swim, except me. I wouldn't swim.
But what's your stroke? That's the thing. Oh, but you wouldn't swim, so you didn't have a
Medical.
stroke. There you go.
Apparently, because I don't swim. That's the only thing I'm left with.
Yeah. Just a stroke. Okay. You? Dude, what's Momotaro's? Do you remember? I'm trying to think of Nichiris. I thought it was just a breaststroke. Or butterfly.
I think it's backstroke.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's the otter.
He is the otter. What they say? I barely caught that.
Someone caught on to why the otter is on the back of the
Yeah, you got it.
You're with us. Welcome. This is the Yuri on Ice panel.
I actually got asked this very similar question to this not too long ago, and I had a Freudian slip moment where I answered, I was going to say doggy paddle, but it came out doggy style. I feel like that applies here. Let's see, someone. Okay, we got someone from this side last, right?
Yep.
So let's cut back this way. You've asked a question already. Green hair.
If it was a character other than your own, who would it be and who was Micah?
In the show, like in Yuri. Okay.
Wow, deep question, Professor.
If you could voice somebody else other than your character, who would it be, and could you do the voice right now? Like what you would have done with that character?
No and no.
You're happy with where you are?
I'm good.
You're or angry?
I don't want to have to learn another accent.
I wouldn't want to do it because I don't think I could be better than it was, but Kristoff would be super fun.
I would like to see you do Kristoff.
I would do it just for fun, and then I'd go, now put the right one back in there.
Sabbath's version is Sabbath's version, and yes, it's really is. Yours would be hysterical too.
I'd be very curious about that. Yeah.
Peachy? Peachy and Kristoff. I mean, yeah, voice type. I could see you as Peachy. I could see me as Peachy. I don't think either one of us could have pulled off me to me.
No.
Yeah, that's a Trina thing only.
I'd like to hear you as Plisetsky.
What you want to? I don't know though. I don't feel like my Russian is really all that.
You guys will forgive me, right?
Yeah.
We don't have room for two Yuris in this bracket. Loser!
I was just realizing this microphone is a shape I love. It makes me want to speak closer and closer to it.
See, if we did that at Funimation, like we'd all have the plague right now. I think those popped in. Nobody cleans those microphones.
My engineer cleans that pop screen every day.
Every day.
Every day.
After every session? In between the sessions?
If someone comes in and they sound like they might be sick.
Yeah, good call. That's responsible. I like that. That's why he's a good engineer.
That's right.
Any other questions? Let's see. Let's go over here. Hat. Brown hat.
Okay, so not to like make it like a serious tone, but when you
That's what I was
said
worried
you simuldubbed it, were you aware of the impact and the importance of this show? Not only, we're all making jokes here and stuff, but like seriously though, how often do you see a healthy relationship, romantic or otherwise, between two men develop in such a long course of the show? Did you have any inkling of the effect it would have for fans across the world?
Probably not on a global scale, right?
No.
Yeah.
Certainly nobody, even in Funimation, like expected it to be the hit that it turned into be. Again, nobody knew what to expect. There was no original material that it was based off of or anything. It was all an original animation project. But I cannot remember a time in the years that I've been an anime fan. I cannot remember a single time where I saw a show portray a relationship like that in a healthy manner. And really, when we define healthy, what are we talking about? Because I think we're just saying you treat it like any other relationship, because that's how they treated it in the show. It wasn't queer bait. It wasn't like made a big deal out of. It wasn't like putting on a show or anything like they might be together. It's just oh, they're together. Cool. Back to skating.
Yeah. It was very human.
Yes.
Yeah. I think there were hints along the way because Yamamoto Sensei is very well known for her work and has like a pedigree. Her resume speaks for itself. The animation studio is also very well known. MAPPA does great work. So there were hints as to how well received it would be, but I don't think any of us expected it to be as big as it was. And it's an amazing show. I think it's a testament to their storytelling ability. So yeah. Thank you.
I've never had a show. I mean, over the years of doing this, I think we've all had shows where people will come up to us at cons and tell us about like, well, this character or this performance or just this show in general, like helped me through a really tough time, or like this helped me after I got back from the military, or helped me after a family member died or something like that. Yuri is the only show where I have had people come up to me from all walks of life, and it's helped every one of them in a different way. I've had people come up and tell me like, shut up, phone.
They came up and they told him to turn off his phone during panels.
Sorry, it's a robot trying to sell me health insurance. I've never had someone, like, I'll have one person come up to me and say, this show inspired me to pursue my art again, whatever that might be. Or it inspired, I've had another person tell me, like, they had injured themselves in a sport that they loved, and they didn't want to go back to it because they were hurting themselves even more, but it was depressing them, and then this show, like, made them get back out there and start working again, and they love it. I've had people tell me that they came out to their parents as a result of this show, or they accepted who they were, either as a part of the LGBTQ community. So many different walks of life and situations and scenarios, and the same show has helped them all. And it's just, I think that alone is the prime example of what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. And I think what makes a good show, like the definition of a good show is that it doesn't have to be anime. You know, this story speaks to not just anime fans, but everyone. You know, anyone who struggles with their identity or insecurities or fears, anything. It's just absolutely relatable. And the fact that like the skating community got so invested in this show, and it's like they don't know what anime is because they didn't care. It was just a good story. So,
and vice versa, anime fans started to get into the skating.
Ice skating.
community.
Oh yeah, I've been tagged in so many ice skating videos. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
To see people how they're progressing. And stuff.
Yeah. Thank you for your question.
Appreciate it. The show is a gift to a lot of people.
It is. Absolutely.
Who with the hand up has not asked a question yet? Oh, I'm seeing over there. Very cool. Right here. Yeah.
I was wondering, the Japanese Yuri, how did you feel that when Victor asked for an autograph, you didn't even know you were a competitor?
Oh, in the first episode?
Yes.
It didn't really make me feel anything that I remember, except maybe like, I can imagine how I would feel like if a peer that I looked up to did that to me, or if that had happened to me at like a convention or something, going up to that had happened to like Mark Hamill or something, like then I'd just be like, senpai didn't notice me. But I don't know, just at the time of recording, that particular scene didn't really make me feel much of anything. Because I think he was so in his head at that point, that was just like a rotten cherry on top of a very crappy sundae. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sorry for the bad
You
food
guys
pun.
see your voices in your favorite line when you're in ice?
Oh my goodness.
Say that again.
Voices and
Favorite
favorite lines.
voices in the favorite line from Yuri on Ice. In your voices.
Yes.
Favorite line in your voices
And
from
the
Yuri on
voice.
Ice.
Okay. You already did that one. The other one. You're no help at all. I guess for Yuri then, pork cutlet balls? Did I actually say that? I want to crawl under a rock and die!
We don't need two Yuris in the same bracket. Maybe you should retire. Loser!
Never doing that again.
How do you guys know these lines?
I had pickups.
That would explain it. See, I didn't have any pickups because my
'Cause
stuff
you're
was
perfect,
right
I
the
know.
first time. That's not true. I had one pickup. Well, I mean, again, it was during the simuldub. Well, everything's simuldub.
Right, and
now.
you were also directing a show, and you were.
I was directing during the day,
Yeah.
2 different shows, and then during the night I was doing Yuri, and that was at the same time as Psyche K. So I don't have a lot of room
It's a lot to remember.
to try and remember a lot of lines. I would be happy to say whatever line someone wants me to say. I just don't know what it would be because I don't remember.
Do you have a line you'd like to hear Victor say?
Someone. Line.
Never retire.
Yes, that one.
What was
They're
it?
hugging together at the airport.
That almost sounds like a proposal. I hope you never retire.
It almost sounds like a proposal. I hope you never retire, right?
Perfect.
What kind of mood was he in when he said it?
It's that scene where after, like, you had to fly back to Japan because Micah was sick.
Right.
And so, like, and then we meet again in the airport, and they're staring at each other through the glass pane, and they're running.
I remember that. Uh-huh.
Stuff, and yeah, it's that very kind of emotional, teary. Like,
Oh, emotional. Okay. And what was the line again?
Sounds like a proposal. I hope you never retire.
First part again?
Oh.
It almost sounds like a proposal. I hope you never retire. It's that easy, huh? Thanks.
you can hear the hearts melt.
Right.
So much swooning going on.
There it is. Just
Everybody put your pants back on. I understand the effect it may have on you.
Who has a question?
back over to the Victor. Yeah. Yeah.
This question is for Jerry and Micah, maybe Josh too, if he's a musician or whatever. You are.
So,
Jerry, have y'all ever sang in the accents?
Niet.
I don't believe I have either. No. But I've never seen.
Don't stop believing. And I was like, baby.
This is the story of a girl.
It's been. Why are we picking the worst side?
Because it's fun.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
If I leave here tomorrow,
Oh bloody.
life goes on.
Bruh.
Life goes on, da.
That's enough. Please stop.
We can keep going if you want.
Okay, who with a hand up?
who hasn't asked a question yet?
Has not asked a question. You have not asked a question, and you have not asked a question. So let's get you, and you have not asked one yet. So let's get these three. You first.
So, could you say what your favorite anime is that you have voice acted in and then you have not voice acted in?
Favorite anime that we voiced in, favorite that we have not voiced in. Favorite that I have not voiced in, but would love to, The Slayers. It's my all-time favorite. Favorite that I have voiced in, right now, Dragon Ball Super. It's the kid in me. Like, I grew up with that show, and now I'm stronger than Goku. So, suck it.
What's a good anime that seems like it'll leave a good impression?
I know that you.
Just say whatever. Like,
Doesn't matter.
do you have one?
Yeah, I can make things up. I think for one of the favorites I've done, I'm gonna say Bakano.
Ooh,
Yeah. Just because it was really fun. You know, from the voice acting perspective anyway, it's a good show. It's kind of cool and gritty. Jumps around a lot in its timeline, which is interesting. And I get to play a really likable killer, and that's with an accent even. So anytime you get those things together, voice actors are pretty happy to get to do things like that. One that I haven't been in that I like. Well, I have seen Cowboy Bebop, and that's just an awesome show. And it was done very well.
I was going to say the same thing, because I really like Bebop. I guess technically it's close enough, but my favorite show that I've done so far has been Blood Blockade Battlefront. Yeah! For those of you who don't know, it's written by the Trigun manga author, and animated by the studio that did Cowboy Bebop, so it has like that really nice 90s charm to it. Yeah, my character was quite insane. Any other questions?
And we had her up front, and then we have blonde hair up there. So, Cora.
Could I make a request?
Okay.
Could Judy and Victor tell their feelings for each other?
Okay. So unfortunately, we have to decline that request. Legal reasons. We're not allowed to portray ourselves as those characters saying anything that is not canon. So, blonde.
Voice acting, hands down. Directing can be great and fun when you get to do it at a normal pace. And sometimes it's just really hectic. And you're rushing all the time and keeping track of a whole bunch of different things. And problems are coming up and you're writing emails and you're going, I'd really like to direct these actors doing these lines, seeing how I'm supposed to be directing.
One would think.
Instead, I'll just keep up with this list. That sounds great. But somehow we get through the shows and we finish them and they turn out all right somehow. But voice acting, without a doubt, it's the more enjoyable of the two jobs.
It's not hurting cats.
Yes. Whatever he said.
Peacock.
Goose no. Okay.
It's like
Now it's all in the middle. Oh my god! Now all of a sudden everybody has questions. Somebody else pick.
White gloves.
I'm out of picks.
Why doesn't Yuri Kotsky speak with a Japanese accent?
That is a great question.
Very
It
good
actually
question.
is.
Yes. Do you want to?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
So, one of the primary reasons, like whenever we do a dub, and it's going to have a dialect. I think the only show that we've ever had it where even the Japanese character had a dialect was Italia.
Yep.
Usually, since the show focuses on someone from Japan, in order to help localize that, and for people to kind of get that he's from somewhere else, we don't give any Japanese characters any sort of dialect. Because we'll give that to the people from other countries, though, to help differentiate.
World building.
Yeah, just exactly, world building. So I mean, like we want you to be able to know instantly if you know nothing about the show coming into it, and you put on the dub the first time you either pop in the disc or turn on your streaming service. You can tell from moment one that these two characters are from Russia, just by the way they speak. Don't sell yourself short, bro.
If he's gonna sell himself, he has to. There's no other way he can do it.
Wow, so personal. It's okay, he's my boss.
Does that answer your question? Yeah. Okay.
Also, we didn't want to be offensive.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I would imagine that there are people everywhere that get offended by some of the accents we put into some of these shows.
Right.
And you get, I mean, I've had comments on both sides from people that are from Russia, You know, and you get both sides. Some are like, terrible accents, terrible. The others are like, that was great, spot on. And you don't know who to believe. It's just like, turns out it's very much like living in America.
Yeah.
Too real.
Too real.
Yes.
Anyone who hasn't asked a question yet? Yes.
So if you guys had a skating move named after you, what would it be?
A skating move named after us?
Greasy man-child.
Named after us or named after our characters? That's what I wasn't getting.
Still, greasy man-child.
Yeah. The full beard.
Apparently that was it.
Yeah. Face plant. Yeah. Oh, it tips a triple Salcal right into a full beard. No, at that point you'd call it the snow beard.
Mine would be the triple putts. Thank you.
Better than ours.
I don't know, I thought mine was pretty great.
You kept raising your hand, with the dog hat. Yeah.
So we're getting close to the end of our hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought this would be a great question to close things out before there.
Yeah, let's see how much
How
time we got.
excited-
Yeah, we've got like 3 minutes, so we'll try to answer. If we have a little more time after your question, we'll try
So
to
I know
get
you can't talk about like what's coming out with the studio and
Right.
stuff like that, but how excited are you anticipating what's going to be coming out in the next iteration of your campus?
Well, we know there's a movie. There is a movie going to be made. Like, they haven't announced a date or anything, but they have announced there is a movie in the making. Whether or not there's a season 2, we have no idea. Either way, very excited about the prospect of it continuing, and I really hope that it does. A, just because, you know, how important the show, as we've discussed, how important the show is to a lot of people, but also just because it's a dang good story, and I want to know what happens with these guys. Like, especially Plisetsky. It's like, yeah, he achieved, you know, what he wanted in terms of, but he didn't find his agape. He has to find that. And I'm thinking, I want it to be about pair skating, and I want him and Odebek to
Calm down. Let's just put it this way. How excited would you guys be for any more Yuri on Ice? Same. Like I said, relatable.
Yeah, who doesn't want to know what happens? It'd be a shame to just leave it where it was.
And life goes on.
We must do more.
It's not about the destination, it's about the destination.
It's about the destination.
take us there.
No one likes just flying. But unless you do, then you're just weird and wrong.
And morally evil. Yeah, I think we have more time for one more.
Make it a good one.
How about...
Is it Laurel or Yanni?
Thank you guys for coming.
Wrapped it.
You guys have been great. Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a great weekend.